過ぎた季節が嘘だとしても重ねたぬくもりは嘘じゃない君が残した背中の傷跡は今もずっと甘くてだからずっと痛くて
Yo, hey there guys, I'm back with the Heroic Player, a what if Izuku was in Sword Art Online fanfic story. In the last part, I went on that of a, prologue chapter, basically to tell on how Izuku got into video games, that in video games, he was the hero. He was the one saving people's lives and helping those in need. And especially in MMO video games. And he was known to be quite that of a pretty dedicated and hardworking gamer, where he got a beta for SAO and by impressing Kayaba himself, with then him meeting a girl by the name of Koharu. With that, Izuku is now continuing the beta. So now, let's get into this chapter 1. Welcome to SAO. As the months go by, everybody began pre-ordering and getting their copies of the Nerve Gear and SAO. And as Izuku continues playing SAO and continuing going through floor after floor after floor, he's actually reached floor 4 right now. He even got to spend time with that of Koharu, actually, with him actually helping her out, getting the feel of the game even more. As she begins explaining that SAO is literally her first video game ever, as she's never played any other game before this. Hell, she's never played any other console besides now. With Izuku, he's quite impressed seeing on how well that this is her first game, especially being a complex system such as the VR Nerve Gear, of all things. Saying that she's quite the quick learner, but by seeing how much she's improved in just the past couple of months. With Koharu blushing from the compliments, Izuku couldn't help but also blush as well, that this is actually the first time where he's actually talking to a girl. But then Izuku soon thought to himself that there's no way that she can be a girl. She could be just a guy that likes to play as girls. It wouldn't be too far off. A lot of guys like to play as females in video games. I do play as female players after when I get a feel of a game from time to time, just to see how it feels. With then Koharu saying, Deku, are you okay? Saying, oh, I'm doing fine. With them as they continue heading through the dungeon, they soon reach the floor boss. But then Izuku saying, well, we reached the floor boss gates again. We've made it to 4th floor, but personally I feel like we should take our time before we take it on. With Kara saying, I'm still kind of worried. The last time we take on floor bosses, it takes us a long time to take them down. Yeah, analyzation. We had to analyze and prepare for anything to happen. If we do something crazy, we could lose. But it's a good thing there's no permanent death in this game. But to be honest, the respawn times take way too long. It takes 30 minutes for us to respawn. During that time, I can use that time to log out and then log back in, where I'm good to go. It just doesn't feel right. I've even told Kayaba this the whole time, and yet he says he's going to work on it. Within, Koharu saying, really? Huh. Well, maybe it's a hard bug to get through. Maybe it's not supposed to be like that, but they're trying their best to work on it. Within, Izuku saying, yeah, maybe you're right. But given somebody like Kayaba, who's known to be quite the genius given his quirk, he would already be able to take care of it in just an instant. It just feels weird. With then Koharu's looking at Izuku as he's in quite the, pondering look. With soon she getting Izuku's attention, with Izuku saying, sorry Koharu, I was just really in thought. With her couldn't help but smile, saying, when you're making, I may not know what your real face look like, but just imagining it, I bet it's kind of cute, isn't it? With then Izuku getting flustered, saying, cute? No. With then she giggling again at Izuku getting flustered once more. With her saying, we can take our time. We can come back to this tomorrow if you feel like it. With then Izuku saying, yeah, maybe so. I'll probably get some information on this with my friends, and then we can probably take it on tomorrow, right after I get off school. With Koharu soon nodding, saying, see you around, Deku. Saying, see you, Koharu. With the two logging out. The next day, Izuku and Koharu take on the floor boss. As Izuku does his research during his time when he was at school, but given that it wasn't easy, given that he was constantly being harassed by, Bakugo and her lackeys after all. With that, Izuku had a hard time trying to develop a strategy that would help him and Koharu to help them take on the floor 4 boss. With then Izuku and Koharu making it to the boss room, as they see that of a somewhat unicorn-like creature that actually uses water attacks to hit its enemies. With Izuku and Koharu using their speed to get the upper hand, Izuku was able to use his daggers to attack the floor boss's weak points pretty easily, given that he figured out its pattern from a couple of his beta test friends. He was able to get the upper hand quite easily. But, however, it was quite agile, way more agile than them. But even so, Izuku planned for this and waits for the proper time to strike. As they were able to find that time, as they dodge multiple shockwaves from it, and before switching out his dagger for that of a one-handed long sword, as he strikes at the boss monster's head, while Koharu also strikes on the top of its back, with then the boss screaming out in agony. For the next couple of minutes, it's become that of a slog of a battle. It takes way too long to take it out. But little they know, with each strike and each calculated hit, they were able to take it out. With that, the two defeated the floor boss, now able to move on to floor 5. With that, Izuku and Koharu high five. With then, they can't help but feel even more hyped for SAO to come, if this is what the bosses have to offer. However, this is the last day of the beta test, so the servers will soon shut off until the full release of the game comes out in the remaining 3 months. With that, Koharu saying, so this is goodbye, isn't it, Deku? With then Izuku saying, yeah, it is, but temporarily, actually. We just gotta wait at least 3 more months, and then SAO finally comes out. We'll see each other again, right? With soon, Koharu couldn't help but smile, saying, yeah, we will, and I look forward to it. Within the two, actually, shaking hands. However, little did they know that they were holding hands for quite a long time. Before realizing it, they, broke free before both of them were blushing quite a bit. As then, Izuku decided to log out, with Koharu doing the same. With soon, Izuku getting up from the nerve gear and freaking out quite a bit, saying, I held a girl's hand. I held a girl's hand. Oh God. It's quite overwhelming. But saying, I'll see her again. I know it. With then Koharu also waking up as well, as she can't help but feel excited too, seeing Izuku again in SAO. With the months now going by, and Izuku bearing the pain from Bakugo and ridicule from all his classmates, it's now time to play SAO. As he sees tons of videos and tons of articles about how hyped that the nerve gear technology and that now that's time for VR technology, as it's even getting more attention than that of Pro Heroes, even that of the debut of Hawks, actually, who would actually become the third rank highest hero in Japan. With that, Izuku is psyched, and it's not only it being a Sunday, it being the perfect day to play SAO, as this is the day he's been waiting for. With soon preparing SAO, putting on the nerve gear, and soon saying, this is what I've been waiting for. The world I've been waiting for. Link, start! With soon everything going white, and feeling like his consciousness is being sent somewhere else, as all settings have been set, as everything is okay, with all his senses being confirmed, with now him being logged in, with him putting in his username, his password, and now soon the word saying welcome to Sword Art Online, as Izuku soon is now teleported to the first floor of SAO, as he's in his avatar same from the beta. Within, he looking around, seeing all the other players appearing as well. Within, he can't help but say, right, I did it, we're here. Within, he sees everybody running off, and some players talking to one another, with many other players just actually not knowing what the heck to do. As for Izuku, he figures that he should probably go look for Koharu, but part of him realizes that, well, they didn't really put a meeting place on where they would meet. Actually, part of Izuku thought that maybe that they would meet back on the 4th floor, given that that's where the last place that they were. And not only that, what surprises him the most is that he's back to level 1, but the weirdest thing is that his stats in level 1 have been, well, higher than they were before, given that they're actually due to the perk of him playing the beta test. His stats are a lot more higher. They're not the same level as they were before, like he was originally level 70 on floor 4, but now his stats are like half in that, at least in the middle, like he would be at least in level 50. With that, Izuku feels a lot more hyped and thankful for him playing the beta now. With soon, he feels a tap on his back. But then looking down, he soon sees a familiar face saying, Koharu, you're here. Saying, yeah, I was actually kind of worried I wouldn't be able to meet you, given that there's so many players now than before. With Izuku saying, yeah, I was thinking the same thing. So during my time, I was looking through my stats. Hey, did you check your stats, actually? With her saying, no, not yet, I haven't. With soon, she looks at her stats saying, doesn't look like much has changed. I'm still level 1. Saying, it hasn't? I mean, I'm level 1, but my stats feel like they've been heightened, actually. Saying, wait, really? Yeah. See? My strength stat, it's now at 20, it's now at 22. With her saying, wait, really? My strength stat's back is at 7. With Izuku saying, oh, that's so weird. am I the only one whose stats are different from others? Must be a bug, Izuku thinking this to himself before going on one of his muttering fits, actually, within Koharu just standing there as he continues with other players noticing Izuku's muttering as they continue staring at the, buff, greenette 12-year-old boy within Koharu saying, Izuku, I think you should stop, actually. With Izuku saying, sorry. With her saying, nah, it's fine. Just shows that you're passionate. But I wouldn't let it get to you. You can probably speak all you want to the mods when you're done today. Then Izuku commenting saying, yeah, you're right. So, Miss Koharu-san, what would you like to do today? With soon the two heading out of the town of beginnings and begin taking out tons of boars, as she wants to get her level up higher, at least back up to level 5. With that, it wouldn't be too hard to do so, given all the training that she's done with Izuku for the past 2 months during the beta. It wouldn't be they'll be able to clear the fields a lot more easier than before. As they began clearing the fields, both of them reached level 2. With then Izuku began realizing that multiple boars haven't been respawning, or rather, they are respawning, but taking way too long to respawn. As Izuku's saying, this is weird. The respawning levels were never this bad. They would always respawn on time. With then Koharu also noticing that there are fewer boars than before as they continue killing them. With her saying, you're right, Deku. This feels weird. With then realizing that 30 minutes had passed and then multiple boars began to respawn again. With soon saying, seriously? Now they respawn? With Izuku somewhat curious about the delayed time on the respawns for many of the monsters on this floor, hoping that it's not all the monsters on all the floors at least. With then, they soon see 2 more players trying to take out a couple of boars, as it being a man with long red hair and a bandana, with him having that of a dagger blade, and the same man that they saw during the beta test a couple years ago, with them heading over to them saying, hey, you guys doing all right? With then the 2 men couldn't help but say, yeah, we're just trying to get the feel of everything, that's all. With Izuku saying, I could get that. We just reached level 2 right now. What about you guys? With then the red-haired man saying, yeah, I'm still level 1. Still not getting the feel of this just yet, though. As for the man in the blue armor with the long black hair saying, I've already gotten the feel of the place, saying, yeah, we've met, actually, in the beta. It's been a while. Kirito, was it? But then saying, huh? Oh, yeah, we did meet. Briefly, but still. It's good to see you again, Deku. With Izuku saying, yeah, likewise. So, would you guys like to help out? Actually, this would be a good time to work on the switch mechanic, actually. With then Klein saying, the switch mechanic? But then Koharu saying, oh, really? Switching? And I feel like I may need to work on that. I may be a little bit rusty, given that we haven't played in months after all. With Izuku saying, I figured. Come on, I'll help out. As Kirito also helps out as well, with giving Klein the upper hand that he needs to take out one of the boars, with then a couple more boars heading their way, with Izuku blocking one of the boars' attacks, but then switching out with Koharu, and then taking out the boar permanently, hitting at one of its weak points. With that, they also took out their boar as well, with then Klein saying, whoa, that's so cool. By any chance, are you guys beta testers? with Izuku saying, yeah, we both are. I actually taught her a little bit of the game while we were testing it out. It was crazy. It was so much fun. With then Klein kind of say, if you don't mind, I think you guys would be better teachers than this guy. With then Kirito saying, hey, it's not my fault that you suck somewhat, Klein. Saying, hey. With then Izuku and Koharu couldn't help but laugh. With the two looking at the two teens, with them also laughing as well. As time went on, they couldn't help but talk a little bit, with Koharu and Klein talking about how much that they are enjoying the game, with then Izuku and Kirito talking, saying, it's so much awesome. Kayaba did all of this in just a span of a couple of months. He's an amazing man. With Kirito soon saying, yeah, Kayaba is an amazing man who knew that nerve gear would cause this much of an amazing feedback. Now, so many people can experience what it's like to be inside of a video game, to be inside on an amazing world such as this. As looking over the landscape, they see so much of the first floor of Einkrad. With then Klein soon set up saying, well, I better get going. I think I got a pizza on the way, and I don't want to miss it. Especially with then Kirito making a comment saying, yeah, given that this place doesn't do much about your actual hunger after all. With then, I know it. With soon Klein about to log out. With then Koharu saying, I should probably head out too, but I want to check out the second area of the first floor. Would you mind coming with me, Deku? With Izuku saying, yeah, I don't mind at all. With then the two were about to leave, with then Klein saying, hey, guys, Kirito, could you tell me on where the logout function is? Saying, what do you mean? It should be during your menu. Saying, yeah, you got to open your menu, then go to the bottom settings, see all the 3 settings, and you would see with Koharu saying, Deku, it's blank. With her saying, what? It's there, the login function, it's there, but the icon, it's blank. With then Kirito saying, okay, this is weird. That shouldn't be there. Within Izuku trying to tap on the login function. However, since the icon isn't there or the text isn't, they can't log out. Saying, that's so weird. Why can't we log out? With then Klein saying, oh, you think it's some kind of bug or glitch? It wouldn't be too far off. They're probably working on it right now. With then Izuku saying, no, this isn't Kayaba. If there was a glitch like this, he would have taken care of it pretty easily. With then Kirito saying, yeah, I agree, given the guy's quirk. With then Koharu saying, I never knew about the Game Master's quirk. What is Kayaba Akihiko's quirk? With then Izuku saying, his quirk is called heights. Basically, his intellect is higher to a normal human being. He doesn't need to study or basically need to look at anything to already know what it is. Just mere mentioning it, he's already got it down. That's why when it comes to gaming and programming and everything in digital design itself, he's perfect. That's why I thought that something like this doesn't seem right. With then Kirito saying, you think the game might have been hacked already? With Izuku saying, it wouldn't be too far off, given how much popularity the game was generating. Some amateur villain hacker probably thought it would be fun to hack the game for one of the newest consoles to come out, and make a name for themselves. And Kayaba's already probably working on it. With then, soon, everybody gets a message as then they're all teleported to the town of beginnings, the main plaza, with everybody around everywhere, with many people now freaking out, wondering on what's going on. With then soon a couple of players, being that of a male and female, began getting worried and freaked out. With soon everybody looks up as they see that of a system control, as then multiple red icons saying system control appearing, as then they began to bleed. They began to making something drip, as it almost seems that of blood itself, as then the blood begins to turn and curve all together before it makes a figure, a robe figure cloaked in red, as then everybody begins wondering on who this person is. Hello, my name is Akihiko Kayaba, and I am the game master and creator of Sword Art Online. I wish to thank you all for purchasing my game and nerve gear. I truly appreciate it. However, I'm pretty sure that many of you have been wondering why you cannot log out of SAO. Fear not, I have the answer for that. There is no glitch or any bugs that's not allowing you to log out. The reason being is because it was made that way. You were made not to be able to log out. Within hearing this, everybody begins freaking out and begins getting wondering on why. With soon Kayaba saying, now allow me to explain. In today's society, everything values around that of a person's quirk, or values on who would be the next top-ranked pro in Japan or any other country. So, in this society, quirks are everything, and because of that, many people have been forced to suffer. Many people forgot on what it's like to be truly human, because this supernatural have become human. But those without powers have become inhuman. Many of you may not have now realized that SAO does not allow you to use your quirks in the game. This was also the hidden feature of the nerve gear. It didn't just allow you to feel your senses within the VR world, but it also disables your quirk within reality, even for those with mutant-type quirks as well. It's also the reason why you're not able to have them in the game. With that, everybody begins freaking out. But then, one of them screams out, "Then why the hell are you trapping us here anyway, you bastard?" With then, Izuku saying, "Wait, that voice." You would have to learn that on your own. If any of you wish to leave SAO, you must climb the floors of Castle Aincrad, defeat each of the floor bosses, and then reach the top to defeat the final boss. And there, you would defeat Sword Art Online. So, another guy saying, "So you want us to beat an MMO?" But saying, yes, that is what I'm saying. Fuck you! Saying, is it that hard to understand? Within the same guy saying, "Is it hard? Of course it's hard. Who has ever been in an MMO that wasn't part of an expansion?" With then saying, "I can see where you're coming from. However, this game was built into seeing on who would become the strongest, who would be diligent enough, and who would be strong enough to reach the top, to reach heights in Sword Art Online. Also, to letting you know, if you die in this game, you will die in real life. There will be sent an EMP shock throughout your nerve gear that will kill you in real life. You may not, and also, if anyone removes your nerve gear outside as well, you will also die. If you may not be wondering this, see for yourself." As then, they began seeing news articles of 100 people that have played SAO, that's nerve gears have been removed, have been killed due to an electric shock throughout their spinal system, heading straight for their heart, killing them instantly due to all their senses being severed all at once. With hearing this, everybody begins to freak out. Not only that, I think you should all look through your inventories and see a certain item, as then everybody grabs that of a mirror. They see a mirror in their inventory, soon revealing what they all look like in real life. Even the ones with mutant type quirks, as they do have their appendages. However, they're not able to use them at all. Instead, they're all added as that of permanent accessories for their avatar. With that, soon Izuku reverts back into his body, as he's back to his least 5'3" height, as before, 12-year-old height. Within, he looks around saying, "Wait, who are you guys?" Saying, "Huh? I could ask the same thing about you, kid." With then saying, "Kid, what the? Wait, that voice, Klein?" With saying, "Wait, Deku? And you must be, yeah, I'm Kirito." Then Koharu, as he looks around and sees Koharu is still back normal, saying, "Wait, you look the same. Did you use the item?" Within, she's saying, I did, but when I did the beta, I just used my actual look in real life instead of customize myself. I thought it'd be way too, hard to decide, so I just went simple." Within, Izuku saying, "Wow. And besides, I also wanted you to recognize me when you saw me again, Deku." Within, Izuku blushing from that is what, and then saying, "Oh, is that so?" Within, soon, everybody began freaking out, as many people with different looks and then also their basic armor began to change as well. With then, soon, Kayaba saying, "Now you are no longer the shell that you appeared in reality. You now see who you all really are." Also, with many of you with mutant type quirks, you will not be able to use your quirks at all, but you will have your appendages will act as permanent accessories for your avatar. So, be prepared. Understood? And now, I wish you all good luck. Reach for the top and head high of Castle Eingrad and defeat Sword Art Online. But soon after saying that, everybody began freaking out. Everybody began screaming and wondering on what they should do. With then Izuku looking around saying, "This isn't good. This is not good at all." Everybody is within saying, "Deku? What the hell are you doing here?" Within, Izuku looking as he sees that of a figure he would never thought he would ever see ever. Not once in SAO. That being Katsuki Bakugo. Saying, "Kachan, where are you?" I'm saying the question here. What the hell is a quirkless dork like you doing here? With then Koharu saying, Deku? You know this girl?" Saying, "Know her. I've known her my entire life, actually. Her name is Katsuki Bakugo. I call her Kachan. She was once my childhood friend. I didn't think she would be in SAO." With then the two former childhood friends continue staring at one another as panic ensues on the first floor, as now 9,900 people have been stranded in SAO and stuck in the death game. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Also, I'm probably going to add a couple of things from SAO Abridged into this because honestly, they really made SAO awesome as a series. To be honest, it's perfect. So I'm just going to add at least a couple of jokes. Not all jokes, because this is still... I want to still take this story seriously, but make it where it doesn't suck Kirito's dick constantly. So yeah, that's all. At any rate, hope you guys enjoyed. And please tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Please hit up that, subscribe button and that bell notification to keep up to date with my videos when I upload. Also, check out my Discord, gaming channel, main channel, and Patreon. Links to be in the description below. So with all that said, this is Leon Mookie, signing out, and take care all.